If you're looking for a career that's very dynamic, or if you're looking for a career that travels, a career where no 2 days are the same, the aviation industry is a place to be. We're very fortunate here in the CUNY system, or here in New York, to be under the most comprehensive and complex airspace in the world. We have 5 airports. We have phenomenal opportunities. 4.7% of every job in New York State is directly or indirectly related to aviation. Probably the only industry that I can say has grown even greater than aviation is the internet. So if you think about it, one of the reasons aviation has grown is because the internet, or conversely. Our program is the Bachelor of Science in Aviation Management. Often we're asked, well, what can I do with this degree? Well, this degree is a leadership degree. It's a leadership degree in transportation. One of the areas that we focus our programs on either are running an airport or running an airline.
My intended future major is to be a station manager of an airline. Some of their qualities or the things that they do are to monitor the day-to-day activities of different agents.
Aviation management will qualify me to work as a duty manager or as a station manager, which you have to be fully prepared and deal with immigrations and also deal with arrival. You have to be able to solve from a very small issue, like a passenger lost his bag, to a big issue like a weather condition or cancellation.
I'm looking forward to getting my master's in aviation management as well as air traffic control. Some of the things air traffic controllers do is they're in charge of landing of aircraft and takeoff of aircraft, also any activity of aircraft within an airport.
Many individuals ask about our program and want to know, how do I get into flight? Or is this the program for me if I want to fly? And I say, absolutely. But if you want to fly in the military, you need a 4-year degree, or you want to fly with a major airline, you will need a 4-year degree. And what better degree to have than an aviation management degree to enter? Welcome. We're now sitting in the Aerospace Education Lab. This is the first place many of our students are introduced to aviation, or the concept, the theory of flight, the aerodynamic principles. Around here you'll see a series of computer simulations. All these computers and these flights are tied together. So they work as a unison or as a team as they're working out their programs. Over my shoulder you'll see a couple students who are running a simulation flight. The CUNY Aviation Institute, through scholarships, provides flight training for some of our students. They'll go up 2 or 3 hours, but before they go up, they pick up and acquire the fundamentals of the theory of flight, aerodynamics, weight balance, wind tunnels. Entry salaries in the aviation industry in the FAA start at about $50,000, and then you work from there on up to, I believe, 112 to 180 is their top scale. In the private sector at the airlines, they start a little lower, probably 40,000, 35, 40,000. But what's interesting about the airline industry is salaries go up quite rapidly. I know on the aviation side, on the pilot side, they run up close to 10% every year. Our program here is not just founded on industry standards, but it's led by industry leaders. They present and they provide support and mentoring to all our students.
We'd really like to see the young men and young women of New York City who make up the city and make it great be able to pursue careers in our industry and with our company. I think someone coming through CUNY who has a CUNY degree and has gone through the Aviation Institute will be a more well-rounded individual who's had a full not a technically oriented education, but a more well-rounded education with aviation management being a large part of that.
Many of our graduates go off into the military. I have a couple students right now, former students, who are entering the NASA program as astronauts, engineering. So we have students who work as executives for major airlines, JetBlue. Before our students graduate, they have the opportunity, and as also part of the degree, to be involved in an internship with some of the industry leaders, Delta, JetBlue, American, the Port Authority, national carriers like Lufthansa, Air China.
Before I started working with JetBlue full-time, I was hired as an intern on the College Crew Internship Program. From there, I was hired full-time, and currently I'm working in a small department called Cargo as the inside cargo sales rep. The day-to-day activity of my job entails working with customers, making sure that their shipments depart and arrive on time. Working with advertising, I do a little bit of branding. I also work with my sales manager. We go on sales calls. We work mostly with large freight forwarders. I was offered this position, and my salary range that was offered was between $55,000 and $60,000. From there, I could move into other positions if I choose, whether it's cargo or other departments. Within cargo, I could move into a supervisor position, and from there, I could also move into a sales manager position, and from that position, I could move into a regional manager position.
The aviation management degree opens doors into the aviation industry like no other degree.